Hello and welcome to Bread of Life, a daily devotional program which each week features a different area pastor. Our speaker for this week is Pastor Oral Blackstock of Hartford.
Thank you for joining me, Oral Blackstock of First Church of God, Hartford, here with you. Next to mangoes, another of my favorite fruits is figs. The first place I tasted figs was in Atlanta, and my life was never the same. My college mate reminded me that Jesus also liked figs and was disappointed when the fig tree outside Jerusalem did not have any fruit. Matthew 21:18. As early as Genesis 3, verse 7, we also learn about fig leaves. When Adam and Eve disobeyed God and found out that they were naked, they used their creative minds and sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. During this week, we have been reflecting on Psalm 1, verse 3, which reads, "And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that brings forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper." We have seen in our reflection that a tree has various parts: the root, trunk, limb, branch, twig, and leaves, and each part plays a vital role in the existence of the tree. This leads us to today's focus, the leaves. Part of the pride and joy of any tree are its leaves. They are good reflectors of the health of a tree. They assist in the making of food for the tree. It is the leaves that enable the releasing of oxygen into the air and reduces wind resistance. Without the leaves, trees look naked and die slowly from the top down. We can always tell when fall is passing through by the leaves' rapid changing in color. This is followed by the actual falling off of leaves to the ground, and then the raking and bagging. All species of trees are classified into two main types: deciduous trees and evergreen trees. Deciduous trees shed their leaves at a certain time of the year, usually in the autumn, while types of evergreen trees keep their leaves throughout the year. The trees referenced in Psalm 1 verse 3 has leaves that do not wither. They are receiving a balanced amount of water, being by the river, a balanced amount of sunlight, and a balanced amount of nutrients. The leaves are not just floating by themselves, but are secured by the twigs, which are held by the branches and limbs, which are supported by the trunk, which is stabilized and nourished by the roots. This tree was well positioned, well provided for, and empowered to produce. It lacked nothing, and as a result, should make a major impact. This is an excellent example of interdependence and harmony. Our ears, eyes, and hearts are receptors of God's goodness and presence. Through Christ, we can be all that we can be as long as we remain in Him. We can be in good spiritual health as long as we remain in Him. The changes in our world will not drain us because we are positioned by the rivers of water. Our witness and display of His presence will not diminish because we are abiding in Him. Even when times get hard and other things are fading, we need not fade because we are positioned by the rivers of water. What a special place to be in Jesus Christ and through Jesus Christ. In response, we are continually filled with appreciation and joy for our position in Him. Jen Johnson, Bethel Music, penned it this way: "I love you, Lord, for your mercy never fails me. All my days I have been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, or I will sing of the goodness of God." Until tomorrow, as we continue our reflection on Psalm 1 verse 3, this is Oral Blackstock saying, do not wither in your witness.
You've been listening to Pastor Oral Blackstock of Hartford, and this has been Bread of Life. a program to encourage you from God's Word.